There's currently a pattern setting up that has a 100% success rate on AI stock. And as we go into earnings, I thought that it was very important to share this with you. So you can see right now, this is a daily chart. Every single candle represents 1 day's worth of price action. At the bottom of your screen, we have an RSI. On the right side of your screen here, we have these horizontal bars. This is your volume profile, essentially showing you where our major levels of volume are, aka support and resistance. And then we have an 11 SMA here, which is your blue line. Now, the pattern that tends to work out 100% of the time, even though it's a very, very small sample size, we're not totally clinging on to that, is a bullish cipher pattern. This is a reversal pattern initially called out here at $35. We are pulling our way down. This is beginning to look enticing is because we have a bearish divergence forming. The stock is making lower lows, but instead the RSI, or the relative strength, is actually starting to make higher lows. This does not mean that the stock has to fully recover. It means is that the downward movement that we're here is starting to weaken. So it's a good sign for a potential reversal. And this is how professional trading works, right? We have multiple points showing that a reversal could happen. We have the cipher forming here. We have the divergence forming here. We have the push and the break up over the 11 SMA as well. And we have the fact that this does have a very high success rate, very small sample size. So at this point, I would believe if earnings was not coming up, that this is a really solid time to be entering a position here. And what I would be doing is looking to enter around 31.50, setting a stop loss down here on a lower low of $27.50, and taking our profits up at $41.95. You could continue to run a trailing stop with the 11 SMA, but this looks pretty good. The issue is earnings is coming up, and anytime you trade earnings, you are taking a massive gamble and a massive risk. So the only way that I really would ever play earnings is through credit spreads. The reasoning for this is because you're taking the max loss on the chin from the very beginning because you know how much you're risking, and you're also capping your up and downside so that you're not going to have to make that decision for yourself the next day after a massive move to the upside or downside. The other reason I also like credit spreads in general is that implied volatility kills the person who purchases options, specifically going into earnings and then after earnings. So if you sell spreads to somebody else, you will actually benefit from the IV crush. Now, if you guys want to know how to actually do those correctly, you can take all of our courses that are free in our Discord server, which will teach you guys in under 30 minutes how to trade spreads like a pro. Now, I hope this video was helpful, guys. Comment if you want me to continue to do updates on AI stock. We can watch it going into earnings next week. And if you guys like this video, thank you, and hit the subscribe button.